So quickly talking about this. This is something I've started doing a lot. With the new minions being spawned super early, I've noticed that mid lane minions meet a lot earlier than bot lane minions do. Which means oftentimes I go mid lane with the movement speed I have from this, and I try to get a positive trade with my mid laner before returning bot lane. You don't really lose anything when you do this, and most of the time you'll get a chime, like the chime that spawns 50 seconds, very close to you here, and you just kind of run back bot lane. You don't really lose anything on this, and so many times I get first blood, a flash, or just a positive HP trait that helps out my teammate a lot. So this is something I've started doing a lot. First thing we do when we lane into Thresh is we click on him to see if he started with Flay, because it's actually gonna show in the toolbar here if he has his E or if he started with Hook. We check if he has Sweeper. If he has Sweeper, we don't ward. If he did not have Sweeper, we would ward this to pressure him out of this brush. But since he has Sweeper, we don't do that at all. I don't know why Yunara is so afraid of clicking up, by the way. Like, from level 2, sure. But level 1? Alright, we don't really lose anything. As long as we can just catch our farm here, we're gonna be completely fine with this. Misfortune Thresh is straight up just stronger than we are early game. So whenever they push us in, we're honestly happy with it, because it means we just get to farm safely on the turret. It's not too bad. We caught most of it. Like, perfect farm is 19 CS on 3 waves, right? 25 on 4 waves. Well, at least they're pushing into us. When something like this happens here, we should actually pressure the Thresh when he clicks upwards. We shouldn't be in front of the AD carry, we should be in front of the support. So this is a mistake on my behalf. I'm actually limiting the amount of space Yunara has to play in and making the lane harder for her to play. So whenever I'm up here, it's bad. Like, this is where Yunara should be. I should be down here, while there's less space. Now we're back in the lane assignment, or positioning, or whatever you want to call it, that we should be in. Yeah, I'm pushing her down again. So all of this is autopiloting and me not thinking too much about what I'm supposed to be doing. So, not very good. Wave is pushing in. I see some plays are happening up here, so we instantly move up here. Really need help up here, because Zoe's there first. Oh, that was clean! I think the minute we see that the person is, we get a kill and he's out, we just start moving towards bot side. That was damn fucking clean by the Zed. What happens here is, though, that we walk over the Scuttle Crab here. So they are now gonna start to pressure us off, which you can see here. So we're just like, okay, well, they just pressure us off. That's okay. We just wander the way around, because when they pressure me off, it means Yunara gets to farm the wave on the turret completely free and safely. And that's kind of what we want to do, right? So we just move back mid lane. See if there's a play here. Dude did just pick up a random ignite after already having used one ignite, man. I can't believe that is real. We are looking to reset around 900 gold because we want the movement speed item. The AP movement speed, whispering something, I don't know. And since Thresh is not reset yet, this is completely fine to do. We're also full HP, plenty of mana, 2 potions, so we are completely fine. The Zoe is just getting ignite after ignite. First I thought it was Nidalee's ignite that she just picked up, but Nidalee didn't use ignite, so she just straight up got ignite after ignite. So here again, we're not really fighting at all, as you can see. The only times we're fighting a bit is when they're trying to force on us. If not, we just kinda try to make sure Yunara get as much farm as possible. I think maybe we try to ward the dragon to get information for Zed. We see a very low HP Talon, and we just jump in and kill him. If I killed him as well, that would have been cool. Imagine if we kill him before he gets that last auto attack on with the smite. Had I killed both the Talon and the dragon, that would have been cool. Check what we can get. They got the dragon. We get a kill. Didn't this dude flash earlier? Generally speaking, I should probably be expected fighting up here at this point. But we managed to get here in time, so our set doesn't lose anything. And then we'd probably look to reset. We have 1300 gold, so we need to reset. Can I recall? Alright, Sperm Board. Sweeper, since it's gonna upgrade. He should just have hooked doing the... he should just have hooked, right? Doing the bubble. Portal to gap close as fast as possible. We get a flash. This is awesome. We get the Thresh flash. Here we have to time it perfectly, so even if it flashes, we still hit the Q. The way to do this is to make sure the Q is inside of the model, even as the ult weans off, because that means that the Q will continue from the point where it hit. That's a perfect Q timing. It continues from the starting point, which will then get them stunned, which is exactly what happened there. It's really hard to do that, though, like the perfect Q timing. We start a blue buff here because we're just trying to deny as much as possible, but I think they are already here now. Yeah, Zoe, Thresh, so we just move out. We're happy with the Grump, and we just look to reset here. We once again have a decent chunk of gold. Here we reset for Kindle Gem first for the Cosmic Gripe, and then we buy towards the AP component that also gives abilities. I need to reset for new wards. Hopefully there's not a ward in here. If there is, I'm gonna get wobbled. In this position here, we could have roamed. This is a wave that's pushing in, crashing. We have a small roam window, and we do realize this, but we see how we move from this to this before we realize. That's us not thinking 100% when during the recall what we should be doing, so we are wasting precious tempo. I don't think it ends up punishing us in this specific game, but it's something that we should be very wary about and learn from. They have tempo advantage though. Like realistically, Talon is already here. Never mind, he's not. Oh my god. I think Zoe is too low. So we just get to do this. Look to make a play up top here, since we have complete control. Should probably have started with the ward instead of just blindly queuing. This play is good here. It buys a lot of time. Zed moves up. Then we instantly flash. And we force them to basically use everything to kill us, and then they die. 2 for 2, 2 for 1, right? Yep. And I got flash. I think that was a decent play though, right? I'm back to the void drops. Zed is really fat. I think best case scenario would have been Ambessa getting some of those kills, right? Or if not both of them. So she could snowball top. 2 assists is probably around the same amount of gold as that 1 kill Renekton got, but who knows? Should face take this brush with W instead of just running directly into it. There's nothing we can do about the dragon, so I think we give it. I think I'm gonna help with this wave and then we reset. Well, I've always liked this build. That's the thing, right? Like, the issue for me is that Bard can really build anything, and whenever I suddenly go from one build to the other build, people are gonna be like, wait, is the other build now bad? And it's like, no, it's not. I just got tired of it. Going back to this play here, this is what we see when we are going for this play. Thresh makes a huge mistake here, which we instantly look to punish. Throws out the lantern here so he can get her away doing the plating, which means he now has no flash. We know that from the earlier play up here, right? And now no lantern as well. This is a bit greedy, what we end up doing here. I believe we end up with a 1-for-1 trade. I think I sacrificed myself because he keeps getting hooked, right? Maybe I could run out, but he would take 2 tower shots. Why is Ambessa spamming like this? We open up top from base here since there's nothing down here. Close. I don't like people that spam ping like 20 pings in a row. It just forces you to kind of mute, right? Fight is done before we get up here, so we just look to get some chimes and some deep vision then. Can we make it, bot? No, we cannot make it, bot. That tower's gone. This is a good play that's just played horribly. Like, the idea is good, right? Use the ult, force flash, or get a kill, but we just missed ult. I'm bad missing that. Realistically, all I needed to do was actually get Zoe's bubble. If I get Zoe's bubble, Zed can just kill. The reason Zed can't do this if Zoe still has bubble up is because Zed always ends up landing on her back, which means she can always guarantee a bubble hit. But since she has no bubble, she can't defend herself like that, and she's guaranteed dead. I go back up top lane, but the play might be over before I get here. I think we have only one ward left, so we should probably look to reset after this play. Instead of looking to go topside, I think we're wasting around 30 seconds of time here, doing nothing. Play is in fact over. Renekton just reset. Now this is a big mistake, and this is just me getting caught off the guard of the fucking empowered TP and the huge ass shield they get, because I was not prepared. Everyone else on my team reset after the mid lane play while we look for the next play, which means my entire team is coming from base while enemy team has been on the map for the last. So now we are kinda stuck with a 1 HP tower, no HP, no mana, no abilities, and they just one-shot the tower because of crystals. So this is just us being way off tempo compared to the rest of the game. And that's our fault. We should just look to reset after this play. And they get a lot back on the map, and they actually get the gold lead while they have the dragon lead as well. So dragon is about to spawn, so I ward up. Talon is too far up on a play, and I end up living with 1 HP. We kill the Talon, get his flash. And now he's dead for dragon, which means this is basically the win con, right? Since there's like the first two. If we get to deny the third dragon here, we are in a really good position. So that's awesome. Big blunder from the Talon. Makes sense to go for it in a way, because he thought he would just one-shot the bard, but I have Tarbies, so I'm fairly tanky since I have a lot of HP, right? Kim, Cosmic Drive, and Tarbies, seeing a 2.2k HP. Thresh is just removing vision way too far up here. Thresh! They don't have the numbers to do what they're doing here. So my ult should be a lot earlier there, so that's on me. But yeah, they don't have the numbers to do this play. We are buying Cosmic Drive into Bendel Pipe, I think, in this game. Because I like the idea that I get 40 movement speed whenever I hit a meep auto attack. 20 movement speed from Cosmic Drive, 20 movement speed from Bendel Pipe. I also land on 10 stacks of Jack of all trades with just the armor and MR components from Bendel Pipes. So we get 10 haste there as well and 25 ability power. This is one of those moments where we are really happy that we have so much haste. Because you will see here how we end up, because we have 4.8 second Q instead of the standard 7.5. Because the fact that we have ability haste here saves us. Because we get a stun here. Then we are hooked again, but we get another stun here on Renekton. So Renekton doesn't really get to do any damage through any of this. So even though we are not that tanky, because we continuously can just hit to stun on the Renekton, we don't take too much damage. What the fuck? This Thresh is a hater, man. There's not a lot to do on the map. We should be playing up here, getting vision to pressure this tower. But it's kind of hard to do when we don't have mid lane push. We need vision in this entire quadrant to be able to siege this tower up here. But it would be so much easier to get that vision if we can kill this tower first. And all we kind of need is to push in the wave and hit it once because of the crystals. So you can see here, we didn't time the Q 100% perfectly, so he flashes without getting stunned, but we get the flash and then we get the tower. Whenever Zoe hits a bubble, try to instantly get into a portal to make it hard for her to hit. Bard is kind of good into Zoe in that way, because you can really put yourself very far away. I sweep her here because it's also randomly start moving towards us, doing my recall. I think we either go Liandry's here or more tank stats. But because I feel like at this point we're in a winning position, we go Liandry's. Thresh was super far up here. I don't know who else is here, but we kind of just end up sending it because... Well, okay, Talon is here, yeah. If I had ult here, this would have been the perfect ult. This poor Thresh, dude. I hate this game though. Set is worth 1000 gold. And I don't feel like we are that far ahead. It's just Zed being very far ahead, but at the same time, he's the same level as Talon, so he's not that far ahead, is he? Whenever I'm warding these brushes, I should use W first. W has around 100 or 200 more range than your ward, so it's way safer to W in the brush first. Luckily, no one is there when I get hooked, so I don't get punished, but when he clicks up, I should respect that. This was a really good Misfortune ult, which makes it so Yunara dies and Zed is like 1 HP. So now we lose Dragon, which is really scary because now they are on Soul Point, which means that we are forced to take the next Dragon fight no matter what, even if it's a good position or not. Did Yunara get hooked over the wall, or was that just Misfortune's one-shotting and then Talon coming in for the clean? That's the third Dragon. That's not good. Like, this is what I mean, right? Oh, but now there's no shutdown. We just went from a big 1000 gold shutdown to 0 gold. The bounty system is cooked, man. We end up going for Lathyrus because they have like 3 melee champions, and we don't think the range champions in that team is that strong. So we just go for Lathyrus. If we instead thought that the range champions was super strong, let's say that AD carry was super strong, you would build towards Endurance. If the magic damage was super strong, we would build towards Kenny Krugen here. But since we don't really feel like they're super strong, and we feel like we are quite ahead of the curve, we go Lathyrus instead. Could maybe look to ult here? No. We don't feel too confident in it. Ambassador's too far away. Nidalee mid lane does not, like, it's so hard to play this game because we have that Nidalee pick, right? She's not able to really push out lane. She's not able to farm. She's not able to do a lot of things. In mid lane here, I think we see Thresh up here and then Misfortune just going up to ward alone. This is a big mistake, right? She farms the wave alone while Thresh is warding. So this is just very disrespectful, and we can instantly punish that because, well, Zed is really strong. Zed is recalling, so it's hard to take control here. Zed ends up getting engaged on. We think we have Thresh caught out here. Talon jumps over. First thing we do here is just instantly ult, so he can't get on top to proc his passive. With that kill, my teammates also killed them in the mid lane. This kinda solidifies the game, right? Talon died, Zed didn't die. We now get Baron as well. Now we just have to make sure we get that. We kinda leave the Baron pit to try to get Zoe away from punishing our teammates. Every time she ults, you kinda have like a free stun. Misfortune tries to ult over the wall, gets a lot of free damage, then crazy flash over the wall. Wow, Misfortune flashed over the wall. Crazy play. Legitimately crazy play. What the frick? And as you can see, I feel tanky enough in this specific game because I'm ahead of the curve. If you're behind the curve, maybe a bit of more defensive after Bendpipe would be better, because Bendpipe itself is not too defensive. It's only 20 armor, 20 magic, says 200 HP, right? Yunara completely 1v9s here. She managed this to basically 1v2. And then we get to run down Thresh here as well, right? I don't know if I'm better needed to ult there, but better safe than sorry, right? And then we just kind of push side lane. So what ends up happening here is a bit weird, right? So realistically, what we do here is correct, right? We push in bot lane while we just take the free tower and inhibitor here. Realistically, they have Misfortune, Zoe, Renekton, so they would be defending Nexus. So we push this in to then take this tower right after, because this is not a situation where we can normally end. But the enemy team's morale was completely lost at this point, and they just refused to defend, and they just allowed us to end the game. Which is why you see me bot side, because I thought we would just push in and take this. Where's the enemy team? Like the Zoe and Misfortune? Wait, what? Why are we ending? What? How? Didn't realize that they had just given up on the game. Zoe and Misfortune was still up and alive. They just didn't defend or what? Why did they just give up? A fucking fat talent. And now they're kind of just done. Look at them. They're not defending. Zoe just leaves. And so does Misfortune, and Renekton stays top. Like, what the fuck? What the hell? They could have defended this, no? They have 3 people up and alive. I don't know. That's crazy. Fuck that shit. I would be so pissed if I was on that team and they just did that. I would be so annoyed.